Alrighty, guys. So, step number one is to select a historical figure from the units we studied in 6th grade. So, units 1 through 4 on Traverse. If you don't know where to start, if you do not remember anyone that we studied last year, this link is what you will need to click on. And it will bring you to this handy dandy Google Doc that has the list of names of significant historical figures from each of the regions we studied last year. Step 2, after you and your partner have decided which historical figure you are doing your research on, you will then come up with 5 interview questions, 10 in total. Note, the questions should be researchable and relevant to your historical figure's significance. It can't be, what color are your socks? It has to be something that you can actually research and answer on your own. To ensure that you are answering questions that are researchable, you need to get approval of your questions from both your peer and your teacher. So you're going to have your peer, your partner, review your questions, and then you need to reach out to your teacher and have them approve them as well. Your teacher is not going to do it for you, but if you do have a question they think is going to be difficult for you to answer, they will help you reform the question so that it is researchable and answerable. Step 4, you and your partner will then conduct research using Traverse as well as other online resources to answer your questions. When gathering information about your subject, make sure you pull info from credible sources. All sources other than Traverse should be included at the bottom of this worksheet because we need to know where your information is coming from. Finally, you need to create a presentation. Presenting is not a choice. How you present is. So you have a couple of different choices here that are listed. If you have an idea that is not listed, feel free to run it by your teacher. As long as you can present the information that you gathered, I'm sure it will be okay. Here are a couple of questions that are answerable. When researching your historical figure, it's important to ask questions that you know that you can answer. Where were they born? Where were you born? He was born in Babylonia, which is now present-day Iraq. Please do not just copy these questions. If you do just copy and paste the questions we already have provided for you, it goes against the rubric. Student took time to form thoughtful, relevant questions. You did not take the time to form thoughtful, relevant questions if you steal them from the example. Student conducted appropriate research utilizing both secondary and primary sources to accurately answer their questions. This is a resource that you can use to check if your source is credible or not. Typically, anything that ends in .edu, .gov, or .org are reliable sources, but it's still important to do a self-check utilizing this source. So you conducted appropriate research utilizing both secondary and primary sources, and if you don't remember what those mean, Google it. Google is free. If you are still confused after you tried to answer your own question, that is when you can ask for assistance from your peer or your teacher. Finally, students successfully communicated their findings through their presentation. You had your presentation made, you were ready to present, you got it done. If you are interested in going for a 4, student went above and beyond by having a well-organized presentation. It is highly evident that effort was put into your work. So you can't just slap something together and expect a 4. It has to be well thought out, and we have to be able to tell that you put actual effort and work into it. All right. The rest of the time is yours to work on this. Please remain focused and on task. This is due Friday.